Happy Sunday, guys. I was supposed to go look at some timber today, and it's been raining all day. It started yesterday evening. Just kind of nothing real hard, just enough to kind of make it aggravating, which, don't get me wrong, we needed the rain down here in southwest Missouri. It was getting dry, but it kind of ruined the day for looking at the job of walnut timber here west of Springfield. So we rescheduled for Wednesday evening because the gentleman only has Sundays and Wednesdays off. So, excuse me, that's the plan for now. I'm actually sitting down here in the office right now. I'm sitting down here. I've been putting together logger threads orders. We're going to set that phone down right there. So I've been here putting together logger threads orders, and we had a busy weekend for orders. We had a lot of orders come in. We had a big order come in last night. Of course, a big order for us, it was 10 shirts. They're all the same size, different styles, so that's a big order, real big order. So, I mean, here behind us, we've kind of got our table where, I'll pick you up here. And a lot of times I'll come down on Sundays or days that don't have a lot to do, and I'll kind of hang out in the office and put stuff together. So we just kind of keep everything. This is all the harvester and fuel designs right here. Go on the Brotherhood, the lumberjack. Then you've got the ladies' shirts right here, beanies, and you've got what's left of the Timber Strong shirts. Now we're about out of the Timber Strongs. We've been telling people if they want to jump on and get a Timber Strong shirt, they better do it now, because I'm not real sure that we're going to come out redo the design or come back out with it. I mean, we're still up in the air. We're still getting some feedback on it. If we do come back out with it, it'll be a little different. We'll tweak it a little bit just because it was our very first design when we started Logger Threads. And we've learned so much since then. You know, we've changed neck labels. We've just done some different features to our shirts to kind of make them a little more unique. So, yeah, I mean, if we redo the Timber Strong series shirts, we'll definitely tweak them a little bit and redesign them. Of course, you've got Overrun here. These are boxes just full of shirts. I mean, like I said, Overrun. When the bins, we'll do a walkthrough real quick. When the bins run low over here, we'll go ahead and we'll restock up with the shirts. Now, like I said, this is our order table. We place our orders here. Of course, we have to weigh. We weigh our orders to get our shipping rates down, because when Shanae come to work for me last November, she really just redesigned everything. Because I don't know anything. Shanae's very business-minded, very business-oriented, and she's really streamlined a lot of things for me with Logger Threads and Timber Tracker. So I'm just filling orders, getting them ready to ship. Then she'll come in tomorrow and actually get them ready to go out the door. So, and the Tree Hugger design will be in this week. It's on its way in shipping right now. So everybody who ordered a Tree Hugger on pre-order, those will be shipped out this week, and we're still getting a ton of orders in for those. I can't thank Timber Pro enough for their support there and helping spread the word about the Harvester design. That was really great. So I'm rocking the Brotherhood today myself. But I said last week, last week's weekly Q&A video went over really well. So I thought I'd go ahead and do another one today. Just kind of go over some questions that I get into the week. Now, pin on the floor. This week, most of the questions have been about the new truck. Had a ton of questions, and yeah, it's a mess. It really is. And I'm not mad. I mean, I'm discouraged. But mistakes happen, accidents happen. I'm not upset with the dealership because people do make mistakes. I mean, I try to be understanding of that. And some people, I mean, it's been crazy the amount of feedback. I really thought I'd catch some backlash for it for being a diva about the navigation. The gear ratio was the biggest thing, because these are just work trucks. Like I said, I drive that Toyota 4Runner. So when I get a truck, I mean, I want that truck to be there for work. It's a work truck. That's the whole reason I have the trucks to work it. So the gear ratio is a big deal to me. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about mileage. I've had some people ask me, like, well, wouldn't you be better off keeping it? There's so many variations and things to consider in this. The reason why I like to trade trucks is, for one, I'm single with no kids, so I get destroyed on my taxes every year. It basically, my CPA's even told me this: either you can spend your money or give it to the government. I would just as soon spend it and have something I want as give it away and not have anything. So that's one reason I trade trucks. I depreciate them out really fast. I put a lot of miles on my truck. Another reason, the warranty. It's just that peace of mind, having that warranty. If something breaks, if you've got a good dealer, they'll stand behind it and they'll fix it. Like I said, it's your dealer means everything. It doesn't matter what brand of truck, what brand of equipment, what brand of saw you run. It all comes down to dealer support. And luckily, even like with my dealer I bought my new truck from, you know, they admitted like, oh, you know, we kind of messed up, and so they've agreed to take the truck back. So tomorrow we've kind of got to get an idea of what it's going to take or how long it's going to take to get another truck in. Then we got to reconfigure trade value. So it's a mess. I'm not ruling out the black truck completely, but if at all possible, I want to go back to something like my red one. And Franklin, he said the red fit me better. And yeah, this is I do like red, and honestly, it was hard to get away from red. I thought about going with blue, but I love black. I love the color black. And honestly, it's probably terrible for a work truck just because it'll be so hard to keep clean. But I do love the color black for a truck, for any kind of vehicle. I've had several black vehicles in the past, and of course, I always wear a black shirt, whether it's a black Turner logging shirt, a work shirt. You know, my Logger Threads apparel, we've always got black and charcoal. I love a darker color. We did go with the Harvester. You know, we got the Harvester in white, and that's the only white color we've had. And don't get me wrong, I like it too. Like I really thought, and that color, we let people vote on the colors of it just so we kind of feel people out what they wanted. So white was an option. We've sold a lot of white shirts. I like a white shirt. I do. If they're hard to keep clean, I don't wear them to the woods. I'll put it that way. But other questions. We had somebody commenting about skidder tires, about how they run 18-426s. That, I couldn't agree more. They were saying how they thought their little 440 skidder had a lot more bite to it running those 18-4s, and I definitely agree. I've been searching for the last year at least for a set of 18-426 wheels for one of our 540Bs. I would love to have a set of 18-4 wheels for one of our cable skidders for a couple reasons. One, you know, is the traction. You know, it bites. You know, they're more focused, it seems like, more concentrated, that power to the ground. Easier to move. They look better going down the road because you're not as wide. Excuse me. Definitely weigh a little less. I've got a brand new set of 23-1 tires sitting on my yard right now. We've had for a year and a half. So we've got a brand new set of 23-1 sitting there that we're just waiting to put on something. And I've been looking for a set of 23-1 wheels as well, just to have them. Because my other 548D, it's got a set of 28Ls that I do not want. I'd like to sell those wheels and tires. I really would. The tires are shot, but I mean, they'd be good for chains. But 28Ls are just too big for us and those little machines for what we do. We really need to be nimble and agile getting around the timber. So we try to stay narrow and not as wide. We've ran, you know, the 28Ls on our 548G we had. And of course, we had the 30.5s on our 490 Prentice. We had a 648D swing grapple one time that had a set of 28s. And don't get me wrong, I like the 28 tires on those bigger machines, but with these little 540 series skidders, the 23 ones are all the bigger I want. Really, an 18-4 would be good. Other questions we had, like I said, everything was about the truck mainly this week. You know, the trucks, it's really, if the whole thing was to have the truck all put together, you know, by the end of the day today. You know, I'd be rolling down the road in the black truck, and it's been on my mind. It really has been. It's been, I hate being that way, but I want what I ordered too. I do. And that navigation, like I said, a lot of you guys have kind of shared the same views and opinions about the navigation system. Once you have it, it's hard to go back and get away from it. And as much travel and driving around as we do in remote areas, it's nice to be driving and see that on the dash right there as you're driving, seeing the directions where you want to go, or you look ahead of time and you can, you know, it's all touchscreen, pull the map up and you know where you're going, you know the road you're going on, which usually you do ahead of time anyway. But it's just nice to have that extra little feature as well. Other questions were, had somebody ask about, you know, why we run the big air compressor, not one of the Lincoln or Miller welders that got a air compressor built in. My air compressor is a 3-stage air compressor in the front of my truck, and I've had it, and I've had my welder, and that's a big reason. With my I can run a 1-inch impact with my 3-stage air compressor. I mean, it's a big air compressor. And do I use it that much? Not really, but I got it when I need it. If it's there, you know, if me and Brandon need to go out in the field and fix something, it's there for, I say we, meaning I'll drive and he'll do the work, do the fixing, and he'll tell me what to get or grab tools. That's what I mean by when me and Brandon work on something, because I'm not very mechanically inclined. But that's one of the reasons. It's there and I like it. I I just don't think I'll probably change my lineup on my tool bed too much with the welder and the air compressor. It's nice having everything. The setup I have, I really like. I'll just put it that way. I really like my setup. Another question was somebody asked about Turner Logging LLC apparel, like stickers or shirts. The truth be told, guys, I've got Turner Logging LLC shirts that I wear for work, and I've just never been one to try to sell apparel for the Turner Logging company. I mean, to me, I have help doing logger threads and timber tracker. I mean, Shanae helps me a lot, and we're actually in the process of trying to maybe hire on another girl right now to help out because the workload is getting a lot for Shanae as well. It builds. It's like I'm in here on a Sunday. It builds up, and it's something you got to constantly working on. We are constantly working on trying to get more advertisers, trying to new designs for logger threads. It's just build on, just new features for the app and the website. It's a constant. It's every day. It's when we get home from the woods, I'm working on it. I'm working on it at night. It's all the time. And even the social media platforms of it. I mean, we sell the majority of the stuff we sell from logger threads. It's from advertising on social, whether it be, it's mainly Instagram. We cross-post from Instagram, of course, here on YouTube. And there's a lot of work we really, especially with logger threads and timber tracker both, you could, with the way social media is in the world today, you could almost hire someone full-time to run, if you're running companies like we are, you could almost hire someone on full-time just to run your social media platforms, because I know it sounds crazy and it sounds ridiculous and lazy, but there is a lot of work into doing social media posts, because ideally we'd like to be making 5 or 6 a day on each platform. And it does. There's a lot of work with the content you're posting. It builds up. It's a lot of work. But back to the main thing. Yeah, I'll probably never do a run of Turner Logging apparel. That's just, Turner Logging is, to me, it's like, it's here. Like, it's my everything. This company is. I do logger threads and I do timber tracker because to me it's fun. Like, it's so fun getting to meet and talk to you guys, and the calls, the emails, getting to meet you guys at shows. I mean, I've met so many great people doing this, and I continue to meet great people. And, logging's in my blood. It's all I've ever wanted to do. And the logging end of it, whether I'm doing actual logging or if I'm doing logging apparel or logging software, I'm getting to do stuff with logging. And to me, that's the greatest thing on earth. It really is. I've held out this long. I mean, I've had a lot of people tell me, like, oh, one of these days you get married and have kids. I'm like, I'm probably past all that. I'm so deep into this lifestyle now with doing this, it'd be hard to ever get away from it. It really would be. But I enjoy every minute of it. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of stress. It's a terrible amount of stress. It's constant 7-day-a-week work, but I love it so much. I really do. At the end of the day, I really do think it's all worth it. So, but yeah, we'll probably never do a run of Turner Logging apparel shirts that I actually try to sell, because that's not what Turner Logging is to me. I'm not trying to capitalize on Turner Logging from apparel. I do this YouTube channel just really to promote Turner Logging, our business practices and how we operate, because so many times people will either hear about our videos or see our videos and they'll get in touch with me, and I talk to people from all over about it. I really do. And we just try to promote the good side of logging, because I've got a lot of competitors they're great loggers too. I've got one of my good friends. He's a competitor, but we're great friends, and he's a great logger. He's a great young logger. I say young. I think Danny Boy's 30 years old, maybe 30, 29. I don't know. He's younger than I am, but he's a great logger. He's a great logger, and I've got a lot of competitors that way. I mean, there's good loggers out there, but there's a lot of bad ones, and the bad ones make it hard for all of us lifers. Us guys have done it our lives, and that's what our dads and our grandfathers did. It's those guys that jump out there and think they want to be loggers, that don't know what they're doing and don't care anything about how they leave things. That's what makes it hard on us lifers. It really does. So that's why I always encourage people to do your research before you hire a logging company. Just like when I went and got certified, that's really how I met Danny. I didn't go take my certification to learn how to cut trees. I was already cutting timber full time. I had been for years. But I like to try to go the extra mile to get my certification and to prove to people and let people know that, hey, I mean, it means something to me, and I'm willing to go the extra mile to show everybody that it does mean something, that I'm willing to, take the time to show you that I'm a true professional and I'm going to conduct myself as a true professional. So always do your homework when you have a logging company, when you hire a logging company, guys. Always. It's well worth it. Always go over a harvest plan. Let them know what you're looking to do. I always try to ask my clients, what they're looking to do on a harvest, or I always tell them what we're looking to try to achieve for them, because a lot of farms we cut, we like to, you can come back every so many years and cut them again. And that's, your land needs to be working for you, just like you work to earn it. It needs to be working for you. And that's, a good logger will tell you that, every so many years, that's what you need to be looking at. It's another harvest. So that's the Q&A for this week, guys. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of questions. I mean, everything was about the truck, so it went over so well last week. We might just start doing it weekly, and I'll try to write down some of the better questions I get, and we'll try to go over them in a video. But tomorrow we'll be back in the woods, back up at Harrisonville. Try to, day 2 of that other job we started, knocking out some walnut. We're going to cut some oak off that job. So, yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll have a good video. Tuesday's sell day, and look at some more timber Wednesday. Hopefully buy some more timber up there. Just keep the ball rolling. That's what it's all about. Guys, thanks a lot for hanging out and following along. It means the world. It truly, truly does. Get yourself some Logger Threads apparel. Jump on the bandwagon. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's buying it. If you want those Timber Strong shirts, seriously, though, we're just about out, and some sizes we're already sold out on, so get them all you can. Guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to finish filling some orders, and then I'm going to call it a day and get some rest. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We always appreciate new subscribers and comments. I try to get back to a lot of the comments when I can. Sometimes it's sooner than later, or later than sooner. So check out everything Logger Threads at loggerthreads.com. Follow us on all of our social outlets, Turner Logging LLC at Instagram and Facebook. Logger Threads at Instagram and Facebook. Timber Tracker, timbertracker.net, Instagram, Facebook, and you can download the Timber Tracker app on your device at the Google Play Store or Apple App Store, or you can go to the website and find links to it. If you have any trouble with that app at all, do not hesitate to get in touch with me or Shanae. We'll try to get everything straightened out where you can utilize that app to the best you can, because that's what it's there for, to make your lives easier. As well with timbertracker.net, all forestry and nothing else. That's what timbertracker.net's about. Guys, have a great Sunday. We will see you tomorrow.